No update. No, just felt a little something in her groin, so we'll get it evaluated and see what happens from there.
Caitlin Clark didn't just leave that court defeated. Sis was crushed. We're talking full-blown breakdown, not just another L in the column. And if you think this was just some regular season game with a bad outcome, baby, wait up. This wasn't about a sprained ankle or a few missed shots. This was the system failing her in real time. Let's be clear. What went down against the Connecticut Sun wasn't just brutal, it was avoidable. Caitlin didn't get played. She got sacrificed. And the folks holding the knife, her coach, the front office, and honestly, the entire damn WNBA. Yeah, we said it because let's keep it a buck. The red flags, they've been waving since day one. From how they overwork her to the shady politics behind closed doors, it's like they threw her in the fire just to watch her burn. And now that the damage is done, everybody want to act surprised? Nah, we saw this coming and the receipts are nasty.so who really let Caitlin Clark down. Buckle up, cause we about to impact the mess they've been trying to sweep under the rug. And trust it gets ugly.
Walks down to the end of the court. You can tell that she's in pain. You can tell that there's something wrong. She goes to the, what's it called, like stanchion or whatever, the thing that holds up the basketball hoop on the other end. She hits her head on it. She is fighting back tears and she walks straight over to the bench. Now, when she goes over to the bench, she starts crying. And I've honestly never seen Caitlin Clark cry on the court except when she lost the national championship game. She keeps it together no matter what is happening. But you could just tell that something happened on that play. And it was either the pain of it, it was either like, here we go again, it was frustration.
Let's rewind the tape real quick. Remember that quad injury Caitlin Clark had back in preseason? Yeah, the one that should have been a big fat red flag. Instead of shutting her down and letting her actually heal like any half-decent franchise would, they tossed her right back out there for a hyped-up exhibition in Iowa. For what? Clout? Ticket sales? Headlines? They played her like a marketing machine, not a human being. And now, it's coming back to bite everybody. Mid-season rolls around and boom, that same injury flares up again. So what do? Another half-baked break, then toss her right back in like nothing ever happened. Lather, rinse, repeat. This ain't rehab, this is exploitation. And now she's dealing with a groin issue too? Like we stacking injuries now? This ain't NBA 2000 career mode, this is real life. At this point, it's not just mismanagement. It's career sabotage in slow motion. Let's be so for real. If this was LeBron, Steph, Luka, would they be hobbling around, dragging one leg behind them while the front office looks the other way? Absolutely not. They'd be on ice, wrapped in silk, and getting 24-hour physio like royalty. But Caitlin, they're just hoping she'll slap on a smile, tough it out, and keep packing arenas. It's giving exploitation with a ponytail. And what's wild? The actual injury didn't even come from some wild contact. Sis threw a nasty no-look dime that had the whole crowd losing it. Classic Caitlin. But seconds later, you saw it. She froze. Didn't chase the play, grabbed her groin, 1 step, 2 steps, and then she buckled, bent over, frozen in pain. The energy in the arena flipped. You could hear the air suck out that place like a vacuum. Cameras caught her clutching, her hip face twisted. No theatrics, no fake limping, just raw, real pain. And when she limped off, head down, face buried in that towel chili, that wasn't just a sore muscle. That was the moment the strongest one in the room broke. And if she is breaking down, then we need to talk. Because Caitlin Clark has been body slammed, elbow checked, tripped, bruised, and battered since game 1, and never once has she folded like this. But tonight hit different. This ain't just physical exhaustion. It's emotional collapse. The girl's been a punching bag for months, literally. Kennedy Carter ran through her like it was WrestleMania. Marina Mabrey tried to flatten her on live TV. Every single game, it's like she's walking into a street fight in a jersey and still, she gets up and keeps it pushing. Until now, tonight, the towel didn't just soak up sweat, it soaked up everything she's been swallowing for weeks. Frustration, fatigue, burnout. Her body waved the white flag and nobody was there to catch her. And while we're on it, let's talk about the refs. Woo wow. The stripes really showed out, or rather, didn't. From tip-off, Connecticut got the green light to hand check, grab, body her up like it was a UFC cage. And where was the whistle? MIA. By the third quarter, Caitlin had had enough. You could see it. The barking after no calls. The boiling frustration. Then, during a review break, The camera zoomed in and caught her crystal clear. She turned to the ref and said, "Grow up," loud enough for the mic to catch. No sugar, no filter, just that pure, uncut, "I'm tired of this" energy. And honestly, she said what needed to be said. Because if nobody else is gonna fight for her safety, she had to fight for her own, period. But while the chaos was exploding around her, here's what nobody's talking about before that injury. Caitlin Clark was hooping. Like hooping. 14 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, a plus 21 while she was on the court. She had Indiana in control like a conductor running the whole damn orchestra. The minute she sat, Connecticut crept back in. That's how crucial she is. And even with the pain, even with the refs turning their backs, even with zero help from the bench, she kept delivering. In the fourth, right before it all unraveled, she cooked. A smooth pull-up, a nasty backdoor cut, a deep triple, free throws like it's light work. Boom, boom, boom. She gave the fever a cushion, then her body gave out. And the silence that followed, deafening, because she gave everything just to keep the fever's momentum alive. And when she finally broke, who had her back? Where was the protection? Where was anybody standing up for her? Let's talk about Coach Stephanie White, because sis, these rotations make zero damn sense. Caitlin plays for minutes, sits 5, plays 3, sits 6. Who does that? You ever try hooping with a sore quad, then sit cold for 5 minutes and try to explode again? That's how you tear stuff. That's how you break bodies. And it's happening again and again and again. And the wildest part, White keeps yanking her right when she starts heating up. Right after she hits a clutch shot, boom, benched. Just when she's getting rhythm, pulled. It's sabotage with a whistle. You've got Caitlin Clark, your franchise everything, getting yanked around the court like she's just some interchangeable piece on the board. And instead of giving her chemistry and consistency, they're throwing her out there with Ari McDonald like it's some pickup run at the YMCA. It's not working, and everybody but the coaching staff seems to know it. What's the plan here? Vibes and vibes only? Because if Caitlin is your centerpiece, why is she being treated like a part-time bench rookie? She's out there giving blood, sweat, and tears literally while the rotations and strategy look like they're being pulled from a bingo machine. And now she's breaking down again. Surprise, surprise.so, tell me how long before. Caitlin just says, "I'm done." From the outside looking in, this ain't strategy. It's scramble mode, a mess. Camp day, all-star weekend photo ops, PR hype, push her through it, sore groin and all. Because who cares if she's hurting? As long as the seats are full, right? Every move feels reactive, like they're playing catch up instead of planning ahead. Where's the long-term vision? Where's the protection? This isn't cautious load management. It's corporate greed in spandex. And don't even get me started on the schedule. The girls being dragged across the country, flights, appearances, endless media circus. She's battling a quad and groin injury, but suiting up every night like she's good as new. For who? The fans? Or the front office that seems more concerned with ESPN highlights than her career longevity? Let's call it like it is. Either they're clueless or they're banking on Caitlin being too loyal, too nice, too driven to say no. And oh, we all heard what Coach Stephanie White said after the game, that weak little lie. She felt something in her groin. We'll get it evaluated. Sound familiar? It should, because it's the exact same line they dropped when she had the quad issue weeks ago. You know, the one they downplayed until she disappeared for 10 days. Before that, same story, day to day, until she was in single quotes t.so. Why should we believe it's nothing this time? Let's be honest. Caitlin Clark has been rushed back too early every single time. And every single time it ends the same, she gets worse. That's not bad luck. That's bad leadership. This is what happens when you treat injuries like PR. Spin instead of actual medical emergencies. When your head coach gives robotic, copy-paste answers to dodge blame instead of being real with the fans. That's when people start losing trust. And honestly, they should, because Caitlin Clark deserves so much better than this. She's not just a name on a jersey, she's the reason people are even watching. The engine behind every ticket sale, every broadcast bump, every headline. And if she's not getting truth and care from her own team, then what are we supposed to believe? Are they protecting her or just covering up their own incompetence? Let's keep it a buck. This doesn't feel like caution. It feels like recklessness.so. You tell me, is Stephanie White keeping it real? Or is this just more smoke and mirrors masking another terrible, Decision? And yeah, technically, Indiana won. 85-77. Box score looks cute. Kelsey Mitchell went off for 23. Natasha Howard did work in the paint. Sophie Cunningham came through off the bench. All that? Great. But let's not get it twisted. None of that matters now. Not even a little. Because the only thing people are going to remember from this game, the only image burned into every fan's memory, is Caitlin Clark limping off that court, eyes full of tears, body giving up, heart shattered. That moment is the story. That is the legacy of this game, not the score, not the stat sheet, her pain. And if that doesn't shake the front office to its core, then maybe they don't deserve her in the first place. And honestly, a win's a win, sure. But when your franchise player, the face of your team, and let's be real, the face of the entire WNBA is breaking down in front of millions, what's really worth celebrating? How do you walk back into that locker, room cheesing like everything's sweet, when the very person carrying your season just fell apart on national television? This game should have been a feel-good victory rolling into the All-Star break. Instead, it turned into a full-blown siren, blaring in front of the whole league. So let's ask the real, what's really going on behind the curtain in Indiana? Who's calling these shots? Who's letting this spiral? Because this wasn't just a game night mishap, this was a total system failure. Coaching, medical, leadership, all of it crumbled in one night. Every crack that's been hiding beneath the surface, yeah, it just split wide open. So let's say what everybody's been tiptoeing around. Was that win even worth it? Because from where we're sitting, it came at way too high a price. It's time to shut her down. Not that fake load management PR spin. Not limited minutes while she limps through media day with a forced smile. Not we'll see how she feels tomorrow. Nah, cut the act. In 3-point contest. No all-star game. No more press junkets. No last-minute flights. Let her rest. Let her heal. Like actually, because if you keep pushing her body like this, you're not just risking her growing. You're flirting with something much bigger. ACL, Achilles, career-ending stuff. And for what? To sell a few extra jerseys? To bump one more game to ESPN? Let the girl breathe. Let her recover like a human being, not a walking brand. And the scariest part, she might already be checked out mentally. And who could blame her? Right now, they're treating Caitlin Clark like a product, not a person. Like she's just a marketing tool, a body to roll out on game night, sign some autographs, smile for the cameras, then collapse in the locker room when the lights go off. But Caitlin Clark is so much more than that. She's the reason your stadiums are packed, the reason millions tuned in, the reason the WNBA even got a seat at the culture table this season. She dragged this league into the spotlight, and now they're out here risking it all, her body, her career, her peace, like it's disposable. So here's the real question. Do you truly believe the Indiana Fever or the league are doing what's best for Caitlin Clark? Because from the outside, it doesn't look like protection. It looks like damage control. It looks like business. First, it looks like a ticking time bomb, and if Caitlin ever gets to a point where she stands up and says, "I'm done," don't you dare act shocked. The signs are already here, blinking in neon, loud and clear, because if they keep running her into the ground like this, they're not just risking a game, they're risking everything. And when she walks away, and she just might, they'll only have themselves to blame. If this hit your chest the way it hit mine, like, comment, subscribe, drop your thoughts below, because this ain't just sports. This is about respect, about care, about knowing when to stop before it's too damn late. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay loud, stay real, and protect your stars.